his family, and his friends. I wish I could give you, share with you, offer you words that somehow would make some kind of sense, would offer some kind of meaning to what is happening right here, right now. Right now, your hearts are shattered. I'm sorry. Truly. I'm sorry because you, from this earth, on this earth, the reality, the fact, the very bitter, hard reality is that someone that you have loved very, very much, and who has loved you very, very much, obviously, is no longer going to be here on this earth in a physical sense to talk to you, to embrace you, to touch you, on this physical earth, in this physical world. The reality is we are now letting him go. Not because we want, but because we have no choice. And that is bitter. It is ironic that in this world, that there are very few times, very few circumstances that force us to stop, to look around, to try to see things that are around us here now. We are living in a world where we can, with these contraptions, our telephones, we can talk from one end of the world to the other end of the world live. We can take pictures here right now and show it to the other side of the world, literally. And we're beyond this world. We're now traveling in space. We're now being able to send pictures from beyond our galaxy and receive pictures from beyond our galaxy. These things a few years ago would be unbelievable. They're real today. Yet, it takes, unfortunately, something like the loss of a loved one to force us not to look out into the space, into the galaxies, into the stars, but to come back and look at what is around us right here, right now. Right here, right now. We don't care what's going on the moon. We don't care what's going on Mars. We don't care what's going on beyond Jupiter, beyond the galaxies. Right now we are hurting. You are hurting. Your heart is crushed and broken here now. Your world has been turned upside down. Why death? Why Michelle's death? Why here? Why now? He and his family and his extended family has lived through some unbelievable turmoil, unbelievable political upheaval, and emotional upheaval. Simon, for a few moments before our funeral, because unfortunately for me, this was a situation where I did not know Michelle. I cannot share with you stories and remembrances and jokes and funny times and some sad times. I can't. And I'm sorry for that. I have missed out. But you can. And I hope and pray that you do. We have an individual here, someone who loved his family, his friends, and maybe even people that he really didn't know very well at all, if at all. I heard some of the tales, some of the stories about his trips back and forth from here and to his motherland. That he would take things to people who were in need. He would help people who were in need. It didn't bother him that much that he, at any time, could have been stopped by a bullet or stopped by some political enemy and thrown in jail. Persecuted. He was persecuted, obviously. How many of our fellow brothers and sisters in Christ that we here in the United States have no clue, not a clue of what is going on over there. We read in our history books 2,000 years ago, 1,700 years ago, of Christianity being persecuted. And the terrible, terrible things that happened to those early Christians. We're not able to open our minds here, to understand that this is exactly what's going on right now. And this was one individual, a special individual that you know personally, who did what he could in whatever way to try to help ease some of that pain and that suffering. It takes a very special person. We have our icon screen full of images, people who gave their life for their faith. It meant that much to them. They gave their life, literally. And we say, oh, those people are dead and gone. They're not with us anymore. We couldn't be more wrong. We have people among us today. If even part of the stories that I have heard are real, and I don't doubt that all of them are real, then these people, the faith that they have, the spirit that they have, the courage that they have, is still alive and well today and here. I said a couple of moments ago, there are few times in this world where we are forced to stop, to think about what is around us and who is around us. Look at the person next to you. There is nothing that separates you from that person. There is nothing that separates Michelle from me now. On this earth, except a breath. That's all. A breath. That's it. I am next to, right here, right now, is only a breath away from not being seen, not being loved, not being touched, not being spoken to, not being appreciated by one single breath.
So true.
And I need to be reminded of that. I need to be reminded now. Because when it's my turn to be here, and every one of us will have a turn here, then whatever I have done on this earth is going to be coming, and I will see, I will know at this point who loved me and who I touched, because love is also two-way here. Michelle obviously cared and loved. And he did something about it. He didn't just talk about it. He didn't just make it some philosophy. He made it something that is real. That's what we're trying, what I am in my very inept and poor way trying to share with you here now. We're saying goodbye to a husband, a father, a brother, a friend. But if his life really meant that much, and I'm sure that it does, then something that he has done has to be in each of your hearts, so that you can continue the journey that he began. What did he do that made you love him so much? Hopefully he planted seeds in your hearts that will remain in your hearts, seeds that have taken root. And those seeds now, and especially with his children, are now being placed in such a way that you have to allow the seeds to start bringing forth some fruit and good deeds that your dad has done. So that you can show that it's not just, yeah, okay, I can be a nice person. I have, in philosophy, I can read this and this. I can read this in my class at school. I can talk about it. But then when I really go home and I go to sleep, or when I really have an opportunity to do something, to touch someone, to take some medicines to people that need it, to take some things that people need in a war-torn country, to do something for my faith, am I going to sit back and let somebody else do it? He didn't, obviously.
He did it.
I don't think he is asking for you to jump on the next plane to go over and to stare death in the face and say, I'm going to do this. He's going to ask you to use this, but also to use this. We can't turn our faces away from what's going on. We have to be allowing ourselves to allow people like Michelle to touch us, to inspire us like these have done, and others like him are doing. But that is your responsibility now. He has left at an early age, no doubt. And I'm sorry, because no question, there had to be so many, many things that he would have wanted to have done yet on this earth. But why? Why not? I say again, why? I don't have an answer for you. The only thing that I can believe, the only thing that I have, that I can try to hold on to for myself, and as I hold on to it, try to hold on to it, and try to share it with you who are experiencing this pain, this God that we worship, even out of something like this, can and will make something good. I don't know right now what that is. You don't know, maybe, what that is yet. But if I believe in this God, and if I believe that good is better, good is stronger than bad, and I do, then I have to believe that this God will make something good from this. But I have to have the faith for that to happen. I have to believe that it's not instantaneous. I can't take a pill and immediately feel good. I can't wave a magic wand and immediately make everything okay. I have to use this and this to continue beautiful things that He and we have obviously felt strong enough for to try to commit to. This is a challenge that He has given to you, His children, and His family. To us as friends. And the beauty of all of this is it does not stop. It does not end here. Our physical contact with Him, yes. That's why we're sad. That's why we're upset. That's why our heart is breaking. That's why. The reality is that we will not on this earth touch Him. But I have to believe, and I know, I promise you, it's true. It's true. He is passing from what we call the church militant, because this is where the devil is trying to do everything he can to win my soul. This is why it's called the church militant, because there's constant battles going on. The spiritual warfare that is going on all around us, that we can't see with our physical eyes, is real. But because I can't see it, taste it, smell it, touch it, feel it, whatever it is, I think, oh, it doesn't exist. That's for those superstitious people. Okay? I feel sorry for you because you don't have something greater. After this comes, this is it. For those that don't believe that, this is it. There is no more. There is nothing else. Then, as we heard in the epistle of Paul to the Thessalonians, if that's all we believe, then we should be grieving right now. Because there is no more hope. Nothing. Anything. But if I believe that there is this life, and that there is this life that He promised me that there is after this, then I have to believe that there is the hope. I will be with Him one day. I will. He is joining what we call the church triumphant. These are not my words. This goes back to the early apostolic church. Your tradition is among the first Christians in this world. Your tradition. We have gotten it from you. And obviously you believe that. Now it's your turn. See what you're going to do. We continue to pray for Him. That's what we're doing. As we do the saints. We continue to pray for Him every morning, every night. We continue when we go into our church traditions. They're not just something, we 2,000-year-old funeral that we heard. Some of the, we say over and over, some of the hymns that we heard here are from Psalms. They're older than 2,000. They were before Christ. 600, 700, 800 years before Christ. Some of them. What we have heard, what we have shared here now, is the same funeral if we stay in the same church. This is what we're going to hear. I'm going to hear at my funeral. You're going to hear at your funeral. Same things. It's a beautiful link, a beautiful chain that connects us with all of those that were before to now and the ones that are coming after us. So when I come into this church and I light a candle, it's not just, that's a nice thing to do. It means something. I'm praying for my husband, my father, my merciful to your servant, my father, Michelle, my husband, Michelle. And he benefits and I benefit because that reminds me that he has not left me spiritually, and he will not leave me spiritually unless I shut the door. If I forget, I don't pray anymore, I don't need him anymore in my life, then that's it. But I hope and pray to this God that we worship, that is not the case for us, because it's not true. He lives, God lives, always. He promised my soul will live with him, immortal soul. But that's up to you now. I don't speak Arabic. And a gentleman in our parish has written these words that I'm saying, and you have responded because they're speaking from your tradition, your language, your tongue. Yidakun zikaku abadi. May his memory be eternal. I try to end the funerals with that phrase, with those words, because that is what the essence is of what we're doing here. His memory is what will live eternally and will continue to touch us if we allow him. He can't do it now by himself. It's up to us. Don't forget it. Don't quit praying, asking him to pray for you, just like he did when he was living on this earth. Continue. And those others of us, his friends, let's not forget that they are us. But they need for us to keep the door open over here on this side, for them to work through us also. May his memory be eternal. It's in your hands. Another very ancient tradition in the Eastern Orthodox Church is allowing those who wish the opportunity to come by and to offer their respects to a loved one. We will be asking our directors, please, if they would please turn the casket sideways as we're coming, and our directors will be starting from the back. We will be coming around through the side aisles here, and those who wish, again, it's not mandatory. If you wish to go directly to your automobiles, please feel free to do so. Go to the cemetery in Easley at Robinson's funeral home. The cemetery is there. After those who wish to come by, they will be going directly to their automobiles, going directly to the cemetery, so that we can allow the very last ones to pass by, the family, and to have a couple of moments in private to offer their respects. And then we will be coming in procession to have interment, burial there at the cemetery. A second and very meaningful tradition is also to ask, the family is asking for the congregation, family and friends, to come by the home of Samar and Salsa. It's 100 Overlook Court. It's right near the center, right near the funeral home. And they are inviting the entire congregation to come by their home to participate in the ancient tradition of the memorial meal. This goes back again to that early Christ himself. After Christ was resurrected, we heard 11 different episodes where he revealed himself to his disciples and his followers. And there, when he would be with them, very often he would break bread with them. He would have fish, boiled fish, honey, bread, etc. This is the tradition that continues from that. And in early times back then, when people used to come with their donkeys and walking and all of that, it was very difficult to come 5 miles, 10 miles. And the host family would then invite the visitors who would come to be with them at this very special time. In an effort to express their love and hospitality, they would have a meal for the guests. And this is a tradition that is still followed by our Orthodox faith to this day. Thank you. And the family, again, please encourages you, invites you to come to the home, 100 Overlook Court, and there participate in this memorial meal given in loving memory of Michelle. Gentlemen, repeat please.
Brethren, come and let us of farewell kiss give to him whom death has taken, and offer thanks to God, for he has departed from the bosom of his kin, and he has hastened to burial, no longer remembering vanity, nor yet in the flesh, which is so often sore distress, where now are his kindred and his comrades. Now has come the hour of parting. Let us pray to the Lord to bring him to his rest. Where is now our affection for earthly things? Where is now the alluring calm of trance and quest
Lisa, after that you will come and hold it, okay? You will come. Lisa. Lisa. I need you to record. I need to say goodbye. It's recorded. You can get it.
Sprinkle you with this, and I shall